Like many of you, I've got a front splitter on my car, and if you got one, you know how it can stick out and get damaged pretty easily if you're not careful. Well, today I'm going to show you how you can protect your splitter while it's parked in your garage for as little as $1. Stick around. Hey guys, Jason here in my garage, as always, and I got a cool video for you. It's going to apply to you if you have a front splitter on your car, doesn't matter what kind of car, and you want to protect it. Last year, I installed a ZR1 style splitter on the front of my C6 Corvette Z06. Really like it. Check out that video if you want to. But one of the things I wanted to do was to protect it a little bit from damage. So here's where I started. One of the things that I did was add a strip of 3M door edge guard right along the front there, just to give it a little bit of protection, but that's only going to do so much. Now, before I go any further, you might be thinking about the Dodge guys that drive around with their shipping splitter guards still on. I think they're also called bumper bananas or something, but either way, whatever you call them, they're not without any controversy. And I'm not going to suggest that anybody go in that direction, but this is more about when the car is parked, preferably in a garage. And unfortunately, my garage at the moment isn't huge. It's the standard smaller size two-car garage. So when my Corvette is parked here in the garage, I don't have much space between the front of it and my workbench here. So I'm always worried that something's going to hit the front edge of the splitter and damage it. This is an area where there's a lot of traffic back and forth when I'm out in my garage, which is often working on something. Plus, my Viper chair is usually right here, and if you saw my review of it, the casters roll really easy, and I'm really concerned that it's going to roll right back into my splitter. And then, as careful as I am, it happened right there. And even though it's pretty minor, it still sucks. And I wanted to find a cheap and easy way to prevent it from happening again. Now, remember I mentioned these guys? Well, I once saw an article on one of my favorite automotive news websites, Muscle Cars and Trucks, where people at a car show had a little fun with the idea and put pool noodles on the front of all of those guys' cars. I'll put a link to the article in the description. You should check it out. And then I thought, wait a minute. I mean, sure, that was a joke and all, but I think there's something there. And yeah, that's right. You probably know where I'm going. A pool noodle to actually protect my splitter here on my Corvette when the car is parked in here in the garage. Now, hear me out. This is not as silly as you might think. I mean, you can pick these things up for $1 at a dollar store or just about anywhere, and then you can just slice them in half and slip them on the splitter when the car's parked, and then when you are ready to drive, you just yank it on off and head on out. And sure, it's going to look really dorky, but you're not going to be driving around with them on, right? So one thing I did is I actually managed to find some black ones on Amazon, and the neat part is they actually come pre-sliced, but they're a bit pricey compared to the standard dollar store pool noodle. I mean, installing it's a piece of cake, but as you can see, it only covers so much of the splitter, and it doesn't even cover that spot that I damaged already. So here's what I'm going to do. I used a knife to cut the foam noodle into sections so I could hot glue them together in the shape of my splitter. And it took me about 5 minutes to do. And look at how much better it fits. And I've got full coverage, so there's no need to worry about my Viper chair or anything else really bumping into it and damaging it more. Plus, it does fit under a car cover if it's stretchy enough, kind of like my Covercraft Form Fit car cover. I did a review video on this a few years ago. Absolutely love this cover. I'll put a link in the description below. You can check it out. So guys, there you have it. No more dings or chips on my expensive splitter because I bumped into it with something in the garage when it was parked. Now, speaking of which, while the chip that I've got on it is pretty small, I've got an idea of how I can quickly and easily hide it and protect the splitter a bit better than the 3M door edge guard that I was using when driving the car, not when parked, in a way that doesn't look, well, stupid. So subscribe and stay tuned for that video. Now, I can already hear the clicks of the keyboards as you guys type your comments. And I'm thinking that half of you are going to tell me how stupid this is. And the other half is going to tell me how great it is and how you're going to do it. And if you're in that second group, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you found this video really helpful, hit the thanks button too. So is it stupid looking? You'd probably say so. But is it stupid? Absolutely not. And you know why? Because it works well. So give it a try and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, that's all for now. Thanks as always for watching, hanging out here with me in my garage, and I'll see you in my next video.